If you need to replace your coaxial end on an RG316 cable, this video is to show you how to do it. I have the replacement here, and it needs to be soldered. There's a little pocket right there for you to solder it in, and we'll just go for it. Here's the tool that I use. I'll put it in the description below for stripping it. And then I also have a crimper, and the crimper size I believe is 0.078 that I'll be using for crimping on the RG316 cable. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut off the broken end. And I've already set my depth on this to cut correctly. 2 spins. And here we'll cut off the tip. So now you see just the wire, and then it also cut a little shallow so that you save the sheathing. But before we open up the sheathing to put on the end, I'm going to put, I should have done this first, but I'm going to put on the end that we use to crimp. And then here we go with backing up the metal sheathing. And then I'll need to trim down the end just a little bit. It needs to be less than what it is right now. I don't know if you can see that. It's about 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to cut it down just a little shorter so it's not too long. So about that. And then I'll slide it in to make sure that it's sitting nice on the little copper pocket. I can't really show it to you on the camera. Because I want to solder on that copper pocket. So I'm going to use these helping hands to hold it for me with my magnifying glass on it so I can solder. Now the most important part if you're soldering for the first time or you haven't soldered much is that your tip is clean. If your tip is not clean, then it's not going to solder. It's just going to ball up. The trick to know if it's clean is you put your solder on it, and if it just coats it nice on the tip, but if it balls up on the tip, it's dirty. So we use this to help clean the tip. And if you need to, and if it's still not clean enough, you can use this tip tinner here, and when it's hot you just push it in to clean it, and that helps clean the tip. So I'm going to heat this up to 400 degrees Celsius, and then I'll clean the tip and then show you what it looks like when it's working properly. Okay, so now it's hot. Let me clean it real quick. See how nice and shiny that tip is? Nice and clean. And all it takes is a little dab. I'm just going to put it on the wire that's sitting on the copper. Sometimes I just spin the head a little bit, make sure it gets on there. And that's it. Then she's done. So hopefully you can see that. You see that's soldered in there. Nice and clean. We're going to push the shielding back over. So it's covering the metal. Then we'll pull up our little cover. And now we're going to crimp this small end right here. Stick it in the channel there. Just go part way, you hear it click, and then it'll release. And that's it. Well, it's crimped. There you have it. Pretty simple.